Hello, YouTube. I am Mr. Zero of Mr. Zero's Terror Ride. You're talking to Mr. Zero here. Clown, comic, commentator on all things silly, scary, and stupid. And speaking of scary and stupid, I'm trying not to be too political on this channel because it alienates people. And they say, hey, this guy's funny. But wait, I don't like his politics. That's fine, whatever. I try to stay out of it too much, but there's sometimes when something is like so egregiously wrong that I have to call it out. I've got this BS detector, and when it starts going, my eyes go red, and you can argue a lot of points with me, but when I can actually say that this is BS, I will call it out. And with Michele Backmann, it's just piles upon piles of BS. I'd rather watch interviews with Palin because it's fun to watch her squirm and not really try to think of what she's going to say. But with Backmann, I don't trust a single thing that comes out of her mouth. And one of the things why I've watched enough interviews where she dodges every single question. You ask her a question and she changes the subject. She does what every politician does and goes around the issue, and she doesn't answer questions. And then also on one interview that I saw, and I should post the link, but I'm too lazy to do that. I saw an interview with her where the guy asked her 5 questions. She doesn't answer a single question, but one of the questions, the last question he had, I think the name of the video was Bachman dodges question on honesty or something like that. And the guy points out that some news group took 23 of her statements, and out of those 23 statements, they found that only one was absolutely accurate and true. The rest of them, not true. And he even gives her an example of one of the things that she said that was untrue. Something about like Obama giving a permit for offshore drilling, only one permit out. And he says, well, at the time that you made that statement, he had already given out 200 permits. And she sits there and says, she completely dodges the fact that she either was misrepresenting facts because she didn't know better, or that she was out-faced lying about things. But she sits there. The fact of the matter is that Obama is not doing what the American public need him to do, and that's to ensure our energy. And it's like, well, that's not the question. The question is, why did you lie? Is it because you don't know the actual facts, or you're pulling things out of your butt? Why? And she doesn't answer that question. She also did that one on the homosexual issue. I'm running for president of the United States. I am no one's judge. But the problem is that this is a political issue now. Obviously, it's a political issue. Why are people talking about it in a political setting? Okay? If you're going to make an amendment that changes the way people can get married, it's a political issue. So running for president, we want to know what your position is, even though we know what her position is. We need to be disciplined. But anyway, so to cut to the chase here, a friend of my wife had her father posted on Facebook a video of Michele Backmann on the Today Show. Is it the Today Show? The one with Matt Lauer. And she had basically 2 points, and one of those was repealing Obamacare because Obamacare kills jobs. Now, I already knew that she was egregiously wrong about that. The word killing jobs is incorrect. There will be a reduction in employment due to the fact, and these are the words of Congressional Budget Office Director Douglas W. Elmendorf. Now, Representative John Campbell from California, he said that, there's going to be reductions in jobs. He just wanted Elmendorf to verify that. And he says, yeah, that we're going to get a reduction in jobs by 800,000 is what I'm reading in front of me. And so he's basically saying, so you're saying that you're killing jobs, which it's not killing jobs. But the actual truth is that many people, 800,000 people, will not have to hold down jobs anymore because they don't have to get health care from their jobs. They will get health care that they can afford. rather than having to keep a job simply to be insured. So that was one incorrect thing, and I was jumping up and down angry about that. But the thing that really made me angry, and I couldn't believe that she said it, is when she sits there and talks about one of the things she's going to do for the economy is she's going to make corporations who have money that they have earned offshore, out of the country, instead of that they're not repatriating it. And the reason why they're not repatriating it is because they don't want to pay the taxes on it, because they will get taxed 35%. I know this stuff. Check it out. It's there. Now, what they usually wait for is they wait till they can get the political figures that they need to kind of back them up and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. You have that money out here. You can't bring it over here because you don't want to pay 35% in taxes. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a reduced tax on that. You bring it over, you pay reduced taxes, fa la 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 la, give us more jobs, which never works. It's been done before. It doesn't get more jobs. They don't hire more people. They go and they make more money offshore. They go and they start factories in other countries, so that they can bring more money, so they can make more money out there, and then wait for another patsy to come in and say, here's what I'm going to do. I know that you have all that money out there, and you're not bringing it back here because you have to pay 35% tax on it. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a reduced tax. I'm going to make you pay only 5%. Ring, ding, 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 ding. This has happened before. 5% in taxes. Normally 35, you're going to pay 5% in taxes on that. That tax will come in as revenue for us. You get to keep the rest of the money, and please create jobs, which they don't do. They just go and make more money. Well, what Michele Backmann, I couldn't believe she said this. She knows that her fan base must be completely like, no, because she says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower their taxes to 0%. We're facing a giant deficit problem, and that's her answer. Instead of building revenue by even taxing them reduced, no, she's going to make sure they pay absolutely no taxes. And she thinks these people are going to take those trillions of dollars, these corporations are going to take these trillions of dollars and go to Walmart and have a spending spree. No, they're not. They're not going to buy cars. They're not going to buy washing machines. They're not going to buy digital TVs with it. They're going to invest it out there. They're not bringing it over here. They're going to reinvest it out there and then wait for another patsy to say 0% taxes. And then they're going to say, yay, tax holiday, treasure bath. Thanks, Michele Backmann. Pat on the back. Good job. You've just made us richer and the poor poorer. And we're not going to give you more jobs. That's what's going to happen. It's happened before. It's happened enough times. Look it up. Look up repatriation. These companies, they keep their money out there and they won't bring it back because they have to pay taxes. So they wait for some patsy to tell them they're going to pay reduced taxes. Then it's going to be a little money bath. Okay, so it's bad enough when you sit there and say, okay, you normally would have to pay 35% taxes. We'll just say pay 5% taxes. So then at least that those taxes come in for them, which is not a small chunk of change, irregardless. But it's not the amount of taxes that they should be paying. And then what's going to happen? They say, please give us some jobs. Please give us more jobs. And they don't. They don't deliver. They don't deliver on the jobs. They just go and they invest it elsewhere. And then we're sitting there going, what happened? As for the people who will vote for Michele Backmann, that's 2 burps and a fart that they're going to let first. 2 burps, a fart, and that's it. I don't know why anyone... She is such a dodger of issues and a bender of truth. She is a falsifier! Falsifier! And what really makes me nervous is because she makes Ron Paul look brilliant. But there's some things wrong with Ron Paul on 100%. What he answered in regards to our presence in foreign countries that don't like us, fully agree on. But then when he sits there and says, healthcare, the churches should pay for that for the poor. The churches! What about us that don't belong to churches? And the reason why churches don't do that now is because they couldn't afford to. It wasn't working before. Now, I'm not going to say that every social program that we have works brilliantly. The cogs need to be beaten out of it. But you're not going to fix problems by saying churches are going to take care of it. Churches are not going to take care of it. I think I've done enough dancing around. Dance, 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 dance. This is the dance. This is the dance to Michele Backmann's B.S. This is a dance. This is a dance to Michele Backmann's B.S. We're gonna lose 800,000 jobs due to Obamacare. Yeah, we're gonna lose them because people are gonna retire because they don't have to work their crappy job just to keep health insurance. We're gonna you're so full of crap, Michele Backmann. And your husband is gay, just to inform you so you know. Your husband's so gay, just to inform you so you know. We all know it's clear that your husband is so gay. He even admits it, he's gay. He just pretends not to be gay. Do the dance, Obama dance. I have like about 4 people that watch my videos. I think now it's going to go to 1 person who's going to watch my videos. And Illuminatra, Aaron, buddy, you need to get on here and start yelling more than me because I can't do it. I can't hold this up. I don't have the facts that you have. You know the things. You see the things. And communication.